Once upon a time, in a land of soft paws and purrs, lived a beautiful kitty princess. She was loved by everyone for her fluffy white fur and her gentle heart. Her favorite toy was a magnificent golden ball that sparkled in the sun. Every evening, she went to the cool, dark forest to play by the old stone well. She loved to toss her ball high into the air and catch it with her soft paws. It was her favorite game in the whole world. But one evening, she threw the ball a little too high. She tried to catch it, but it slipped through her claws. It hit the ground and rolled straight toward the deep, dark well. Splash! The ball disappeared into the deep water. The princess began to cry. Her beautiful toy was gone. I would give my pearls and my crown to get it back, she wept. Suddenly, a croaky voice called out from the water. She saw an ugly frog stretching his head out of the well. "Why are you crying, princess?" asked the frog. "My golden ball has fallen in," she sniffled. "I can get it," said the frog, "but I do not want your jewels." "If you let me be your friend and eat from your plate, I will help you." The princess thought he was silly, but she promised anyway. "Yes, I promise." The frog dove deep down into the water. He grabbed the heavy golden ball in his mouth. He paddled up and dropped the ball on the grass. The princess snatched her toy and ran away immediately. She skipped home, laughing, and didn't look back. "Wait!" croaked the poor frog. "Take me with you." The next day, the princess was eating dinner with the king. Suddenly, something came creeping up the marble stairs. There was a knock at the door. "Youngest princess, let me in." She opened the door, saw the frog, and slammed it shut in fear. "What are you afraid of?" asked the king. "Is it a giant?" "No," she whispered. "It is that disgusting frog." The king was stern. "If you made a promise, you must keep it." Reluctantly, she let the wet frog hop inside. "Lift me up," said the frog. He sat right next to her plate. She pushed her golden saucer to him, but she couldn't eat a bite. "I am full," said the frog. "Carry me to your bedroom." The princess began to cry. She didn't want the slimy frog in her bed. But the king said, "He helped you. You must not despise him." She picked him up with 2 claws and carried him upstairs. She dropped him in the corner of her room. But the frog hopped to her. "I am lonely," he said. "Lift me up." The princess felt guilty. He was just a sad, lonely little creature. She picked him up gently and placed him on her pillow. She leaned down and kissed his green head. "Good night, frog." Instantly, there was a flash of golden light. The frog was gone. In his place stood a handsome cat prince. He told her she had broken a wicked witch's spell with her kindness. The king was overjoyed, and they held a grand wedding. They celebrated with fresh cream and fish. And they lived happily ever after. The end.
Once upon a time, in the bustling kingdom of Fauna, there lived a miller who loved to tell tall tales.
I tell you, my daughter is special. She has magic in her paws. She can spin ordinary straw into pure gold.
His daughter Luna was shy and honest. She wished her father would stop bragging, but the king's guards had already heard him.
So, you are the miller. Is it true your daughter spins gold?
Yes, Your Majesty. The purest gold you've ever seen.
Good. Bring her to the tower. If she succeeds, she lives. If she fails, I feed her to the wolves. Spin this by morning, or else.
Poor Luna was left all alone. She was just a cat. She didn't know any magic. Suddenly, a strange creature appeared in the corner of the tower.
Good evening, Mistress Cat. Why the tears?
I must spin this straw into gold, or the king will feed me to the wolves.
I can do that for you. But what will you give me?
My necklace. It's all I have.
Good.
The little man worked all night. Whir, whir, whir went the wheel, turning straw into gold. Next morning,
Magnificent. Simply magnificent. But I want more. Spin all of these by morning.
the greedy king locked her in a bigger room. He wanted even more gold. Poor Luna.
Meow.
Once again, she didn't know what to do, and she began to cry. The creature appeared again.
Back again. What do you have for me now?
She offered her only ring.
The ring from my claw.
Shiny! Let's get to work.
Once again, the creature spun until the sun came up and the room shone with gold.
Magnificent. One last night. Succeed, and you shall be my queen.
So what now? You have no jewelry left, Mistress Cat.
I have nothing left to give.
The creature smiled and made an offer.
Then promise me your firstborn kitten.
Desperate to survive, Luna made the terrible promise. Luna became queen and had a beautiful kitten. She was so happy, she forgot her promise. One day, the creature appeared in her nursery room. He wanted to claim what she owed him.
Give me the child.
Take my gold! Take my crown! Not my baby!
I don't want gold. I want a living thing.
The queen cried so hard that the little man felt a tiny bit sorry for her.
For goodness sake. Fine. I will give you 3 days. Guess my name, and you keep the kitten.
Luna desperately tried to research all the names in the kingdom that she could, but she couldn't find the right answer.
Is it Casper? Melchior?
Balthazar? No. No! Wrong again!
On the final night, a messenger spotted the little man deep in the woods. He was dancing around the campfire, singing joyfully.
Today I brew, tomorrow I bake, for Rumpelstiltskin is my name.
The bird flew back and told the queen the strange name he had heard. And soon, the time had come.
Time's up, Queen Cat. What is my name?
Could your name be Rumpelstiltskin?
The owls told you that. The owls told you that.
Rumpelstiltskin couldn't believe that she gave the right answer, and he turned angry. Suddenly, the ground beneath him shattered, and red flames swallowed him. And so, the little man was never seen again, and they lived happily ever after. Once upon a time, in a small, dusty shop on a cobblestone street, lived an honest and hard-working shoemaker named Barnaby. Barnaby was an elderly, grizzled orange tabby cat. He lived with his wife Beatrice, a plump and kind calico cat. Times were very hard. No matter how hard Barnaby worked, he couldn't sell enough shoes.
Beatrice, my dear, we are ruined. I have only enough leather left to make one single pair of shoes.
He carefully cut out the pieces for one last pair of fine boots, left them on his workbench, and went up to bed with a heavy heart, praying for a miracle. The next morning, Barnaby went downstairs to his shop. He rubbed his eyes in disbelief. The leather pieces were gone. Instead, sitting proudly on the workbench, was the most magnificent pair of boots he had ever seen.
By my whiskers, who could have done this?
Barnaby then put the shoes on the shop shelf to sell. Just then, a rich badger gentleman in a top hat strolled past the window. He saw the boots and rushed inside. They fit his wide paws perfectly. He was so delighted that he paid Barnaby double the usual price. With the money, Barnaby bought enough leather for 2 pairs of shoes. That evening, he cut out the pieces and left them on the bench. The next morning, there stood 2 pairs of splendid shoes. A fancy poodle lady bought both pairs immediately. And so it went for weeks. Soon, Barnaby's shop was famous. He and Beatrice were no longer poor. Their pantry was full of cream and fine fish. As Christmas approached, Beatrice said,
Barnaby, we must find out who is helping us. Let us stay up tonight and watch.
Barnaby agreed. That night, they hid behind a thick velvet curtain in the corner of the shop, peeking out into the dark room. At exactly midnight, the door creaked open. In scampered two tiny, shivering brown mice, wearing nothing but ragged scraps of cloth. Their names were Pip and Squeak. Without wasting a second, the little mice jumped onto the workbench. Their tiny paws moved so fast they were a blur. In no time at all, 4 beautiful pairs of shoes stood finished. The mice high-fived with their tails and scurried away into the night.
Oh, Barnaby, those poor little things were shivering. They have made us rich, but they have no warm clothes of their own.
You are right. We must thank them.
I know. I will sew them tiny warm shirts and trousers and knit little woolen hats.
And I will make them each a pair of the smallest, finest boots I have ever crafted.
They worked all day on Christmas Eve. That night, instead of leather, they laid out the 2 tiny outfits and 2 pairs of miniature boots on the workbench. At midnight, Pip and Squeak scampered in. They jumped onto the bench and stopped, confused. Then they saw the tiny clothes. Their black eyes went wide with joy. They squeaked happily, pulled on the warm shirts and trousers, and pulled on the little boots. They fit perfectly. Pip and Squeak danced a happy jig on the workbench, laughing and twirling. They hopped down and danced right out the door, never to return. Barnaby and Beatrice never saw the midnight mice again, but they always remembered the tiny friends who had saved them.